Dalton family traveling stories. The Dalton family is tied to land and has a spirit of entrepreneurship. William Dalton moved from Yorkshire, England to Virginia with his parents to what is now the United States, likely around 1669. The Dalton family went briefly to Georgia and returned to North Carolina. The Dalton family looks for opportunities. In the 1830s, a different William Dalton moved his family from North Carolina to Tennessee, likely to escape economic pressures. In the late 1840s, he joined many Tennessee families and continued westward to Arkansas. Families again hoped for agricultural opportunity and land. This trip was likely by covered wagon. In 2025, the Darrell Dalton family still works the farm in northeastern Arkansas. The Dalton family makes the best of hard times. William's son Moten had a son named Jack Dalton in about 1879. Jack's mother, Sophronia Luss Dalton, died in childbirth. Moten died by the time Jack was 9, leaving him without parents. Jack worked for neighbors, sharpening saws to have food and a home. When he didn't have a job, he stayed with his oldest sister Barbara. He and his brother William Jasper both named their daughters Barbara. The Dalton family is fun. Here are two stories about Jack Dalton that show his playful side. First, the profitable mule. Jack sold a mule to a man from Malden, Missouri, 15 to 20 miles away. When Jack returned home, the mule was already home. Jack sold the same mule again, and the mule returned home. Jack didn't remember how many times this same mule was sold and came home, but he did say it was his most profitable mule ever. Next, Jack's wagon. Various people from a community event asked Jack if they could ride home with him in his wagon. Throughout the day, he agreed. That evening, when they were ready to go and caught up to Jack, they learned that he had walked. Walking then became known as taking Jack's wagon. The Dalton family tells stories. Where the Daltons went, their stories traveled with them. Cecil Dalton told his grandchildren two stories likely linked to the family's travels through the Appalachian Mountains in Tennessee and Kentucky. These stories are about the Booga Bears and a Dipper Gourd. The Booga Bears. Once upon a time, there was a Booga Bear that lived in the forest. Jack and Laura weren't supposed to go into the forest, but they wandered there anyway. The Booga Bear chased the children, and Jack and Laura climbed a tree. The Booga Bear roared and clawed at the base of the tree. Jack and Laura didn't know what to do. Then another Booga Bear heard the noise and came. The second Booga Bear fought the first Booga Bear, and the children ran out of the forest safely. From that point onward, the children listened to their parents and did not enter the forest. The crawling gourd. A silly man approached the lady of the house and asked her for a drink. She said, "You can have one from the dipper gourd at my well." He walked part of the way to the well and saw a turtle. He turned around and went back to the house. "Why didn't you get the water?" she asked. "Your well is dry," he replied. "I already met your gourd crawling back to the house."